Right now, live at 5.
So it's deeply personal that our next journey to Washington starts here.
En route to the White House, President-elect Joe Biden leaves his home state of Delaware just one day before he's set to be inaugurated as the president. Plus, as vaccine registration begins, thousands of people overwhelm the system, causing a major headache for Minnesota health officials and those hoping to get vaccinated. And later,
we're getting an inside look into the Line 3 resistance camp in Cloquet and why they're here.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from the White House. One day before President-elect Biden will take the oath of office and on the last day of President Trump's administration. After the events over the last few weeks, this inauguration is set to be unlike any other.
Yes, Truman.
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
I, George Herbert Walker Bush.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. Tomorrow's inauguration will look different than other inaugurations, including the ones we just showed you. But the reason behind the ceremony remains. Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill with more.
President-elect Joe Biden made his way to Washington after delivering a farewell address in his home state of Delaware.
Excuse the emotion, but when I die, Delaware will be written on my heart.
Later, Mr. Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris will hold a ceremony at the Lincoln Memorial to honor those who have died in the coronavirus pandemic. President Trump has no public appearances planned during his last full day in office. The president is expected to hand down somewhere between 50 and 100 pardons and commutations. Outgoing Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell pointed the finger at the president in his first public remarks since the House voted to impeach Mr. Trump for a second time over the deadly Capitol riots.
The mob was fed lies. They were provoked by the president and other powerful people.
The Capitol riot and threats of domestic extremism were in focus as Senate committees held confirmation hearings for 5 Biden cabinet nominees Tuesday.
The threat of domestic extremism is one of the greatest challenges that the Department of Homeland Security confronts.
Several National Guard members have been removed from inauguration duty, including 2 with possible ties to extremist groups.
Out of an abundance of caution, we automatically pull those personnel off the line and make sure that they're not part of the mission set. And in certain cases, we make sure that we get them sent home.
Law enforcement officials confirmed to CBS News the first conspiracy case has been filed in connection to the Capitol riots against 3 members of the extremist Oath Keepers group.
CBS News has confirmed that all 4 top House and Senate party leaders will attend a pre-inauguration mass with President-elect Biden. And after tomorrow's inauguration, soon-to-be Vice President Kamala Harris will swear in 3 new Democratic U.S. senators. That's Georgia's Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, and her replacement from California, Alex Padilla. It's President Trump's final full day in office, and before he leaves the White House, he's expected to issue as many as 100 pardons and commutations. That could include his former political aide, Steve Bannon, and personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. The president's allies have warned him against pardoning supporters arrested in connection to the January 6th assault on the Capitol. With no plans to attend the inauguration, President Trump will get a farewell send-off at Joint Base Andrews Wednesday morning. A senior administration official tells CBS News Vice President Pence will not attend. If you tried to make an appointment to get a COVID-19 vaccine today, chances are you found yourself on hold for most of the afternoon or waiting for a website that never loaded. Minnesota's new COVID-19 vaccine pilot program went live at noon today. That's when people over 65, teachers, and child care workers could start making appointments to get a vaccine at 9 new clinics around the state, including one in Mountain Iron. But so many people tried that both the registration phone lines and website were bogged down for hours. The state says they had more than 1.1 million hits on the registration website in the first 2 hours. They blamed the issue on the company hired to handle the registrations.
While our vendor assured us that they were ready for extremely high traffic today, that traffic clearly exceeded expectations. We will be working with them to apply what we learned today to make this system work for everyone in the long run.
Appointments for this week are full. If you did not get one of the 6,100 available appointments today, the state encourages you to try to register again next Tuesday at noon. That's when the appointment process opens back up again. For now, the state wants to remind Minnesotans that they only have so many doses, so even if you're eligible for the vaccine, you might not get it right away. Again, you have to be 65 or older, a teacher or a child care worker to register for this new vaccine pilot program. We have a phone number and a link to the registration page on our website. And in Wisconsin, residents 65 and older will soon be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. Today, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services announced those residents can start receiving a dose on January 25th. There's about 700,000 residents in that group, and the state is currently getting around 70,000 first dose vaccines each week. State leaders say it will take time to vaccinate this vulnerable population. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the Line 3 resistance camp that's popped up in Cloquet. The camp is sitting right next to where crews are actively working on replacing the pipeline. CBS 3's Leon Valdez was able to go inside the camp and learn more about how the group is living and what they hope to accomplish.
Protectors, as they like to be called, say they plan on staying on this exact spot on the Fond du Lac Reservation until they see what they say is change in the right direction. They're worried the Line 3 replacement project could have a negative impact on the land. A protector I spoke with, Jeffrey Nichols-Haining, says the group purchased the land on January 9th, and by the 10th, they set up shop. Nichols-Haining says they fundraised enough money to buy this piece of land that sits next to where workers are replacing the pipeline. They said they paid around $30,000. Protectors have a running toilet, tents, and are currently working on setting up a kitchen. A lot of their items have been donated by people in support of what they're doing. They say the camp isn't sitting on top of where the pipeline will go, but it will keep them closer to the actual process.
It makes it a lot easier for us to go over there and do stuff. It's nice to be able to see what they're doing all the time.
That other stuff Nichols-Haining was referring to is photographing construction workers. He said they're watching to see if workers are in violation of protocols. He also says that on Monday, a protector jumped into the trenches to help stop the work that is happening right next door. And so far, we've only seen one police car drive by.
Thank you, Leanne. Enbridge did release a statement saying, in part, quote, as a company, we recognize the rights of individuals and groups to express their views legally and peacefully. We don't tolerate illegal activities of any kind, including trespassing, vandalism, or other mischief, and Enbridge will seek to prosecute those individuals to the fullest extent of the law, end quote. Enbridge got the green light from the state to replace the aging pipeline last month, and since then, the company has been working on various sections along the route from Canada to Superior. Dave's here for a first look at the weather. Another chilly, chilly day out there today.
Yeah, it was a little bit brisk this morning. A 7 seemed to be what we rolled around the region. We'll take a look at the map and see that 7 above was a common theme from Moose Lake over to Solon Springs and through much of northwestern Wisconsin and even in towards Ironwood, Michigan. 7 below hit the folks towards Hibbing and Chisholm. And then it was 2 below in Silver Bay and Ely, 1 degree below zero International Falls. So weaker high pressure tried to take over the area. Today it succeeded in bringing in cooler temperatures, but didn't succeed in chasing away snow showers. We had those around the head of the lake and through the snow belt. And then tomorrow, I think we're all going to get a chance for flurries as the low pressure system skedaddles along the southern ridge of our area here, reaching up towards the north. Just flurries, though, nothing really major according to the forecast. And it'll be cool again tomorrow with a lot of towns dropping towards zero. Daytime high, though, will perk up to 30 degrees. The chance for flurries is only 20%, but another round of light snows could be with us by Sunday. Will that one have a better chance of payoff? We'll talk about it coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, there's still financial aid available for businesses in Hibbing who are struggling because of the pandemic. Plus, the Superior Library is welcoming back readers. City by City is up next.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki. Anthony Matt. And weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland city by city.
Mount Royal Market has express online shopping. Shop online and select your items. Your personal shopper carefully gathers everything on your list. Schedule your pickup and we deliver right to your car. Express online shopping from Mount Royal Market. Let us take care of you.
Everybody likes something for nothing. Now at Home Furniture, when you spend $2.99 for something, like this sofa, you'll pay nothing down, nothing for interest until 2022, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping. Shop your favorite furniture and mattresses, and you can have them with nothing down, nothing for interest until 2022, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping. Now that's something. The Something for Nothing sale going on now and only at Home Furniture. There's no place like home.
Wash your hands. Wear a mask.
Mantén distancia.
Stay home when you're sick.
Slow the spread.
We can do this together.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain.
It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
you can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
Anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
all of us can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me to understand how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from a very snowy Giants Ridge in by Waback, Minnesota. Dave will have more on this cold weather we've been seeing and if a warm-up is on the way in just a few minutes. But first, let's head around the Northland. A new year brought about new leadership within the Hayward Chamber of Commerce. Plus, the Superior Library is back open for business. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We'll start things off in Hibbing, where the Chamber of Commerce is reminding businesses about relief money that is still available. St. Louis County has received $3.8 million from the state of Minnesota to provide economic relief to eligible businesses and nonprofits affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The application period for Phase 3 opens today and runs through February 3rd. You can see the small business relief section on the website for application guidelines, details on a virtual information session, and much more. We have that information on our website. Now to Hayward, Wisconsin, where this morning the Chamber of Commerce Board elected members to serve as new officers for 2021. Melissa Jordan of Anderson, Hager, and Moe will take on the role as president, and Jenny Strama of the Hayward Community Credit Union will hold the seat of vice president. The board also elected a new secretary, treasurer, and member at large. We'll finish off in Superior, where we have some good news for the bookworms out there. The public library is officially reopened for business. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays will be curbside pickup only from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you plan to go to the library, you will need to wear a mask over your mouth and nose, social distance, and limit your visit to 1 hour. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, the story of a second grader who spent the pandemic helping others shows that hard work really does pay off.
Temperatures today at Duluth Airport, only 8 for a high, 0 for the low, cooler than normal for both zones. Well, tomorrow we may start cooler than normal, but could finish warmer than normal, and that just might trigger another chance for some flurries. We'll talk about how much coming up after our break.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Arrowhead Supply is your local professional source for kitchen, bath, and countertops since 1973. Whether you're planning to remodel or build new, Arrowhead Supply has a wide range of styles and finishes to choose from. We custom fabricate laminate, quartz, granite, or Corian countertops on site and provide top installation. View all of the new colors, materials, and wood available and receive help from our knowledgeable staff at our Lincoln Park showroom. Arrowhead Supply. Visit us today. Free in-home estimates available.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
Your students, your patients, your customers, your family. You've got a lot of people relying on you. And that's why you trust Mediacom. With 99.99% proven network reliability, Mediacom keeps your home and business running. We know when your internet works, your life works. So we work around the clock to ensure you get the most reliable connection possible.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night. For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS3.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, temperatures this morning went as cool as 7 below for a lot of towns, and today's high temperatures made it to 7 above for a few locations like Grand Rapids and Hermantown, but only 1 above for Orr, 3 above for Hibbing and for Ely. The hot spots ran from Hayward over towards Watersmeet at 13 degrees above zero. Ashland is in that mix as well. Tomorrow's high temperatures could top out around 30, so we will warm up again after a cool start in the morning. And the agent of change that will make temperatures go up again, a low pressure system down to our south that's going to bring in a chance for some snow showers. We got a few today around the region as well, and here's a live look at what's going on in Virginia, where of course they got a little bit of light snow just a few days ago, and it's still on the fringes of the roads, and you can see there's a few fresh tracks in it as well. So travel cautiously because of the flurries here today. They're not a major problem, but can be a little bit of a nuisance and make things a little bit slippery. Current conditions from Duluth International says it's 5 above there right now with a northwest wind going 12 miles per hour, and the air pressure is technically high at 30.25 inches of mercury. But just like so many weeks here this winter, it's not high enough to crush all the clouds and stop all the snow. But it's on the higher side because of a Canadian influence, which means it's a little bit chilly. So we're looking at only 8 in the Upper Peninsula at this moment, and from 7 to 11 in northwestern Wisconsin. And Minnesota numbers towards east central zones here are in the single digits above, but we get pretty close to 0 for places like Eveleth, and it is 0 in Ely and Hibbing, 1 above International Falls. So I think low temperatures could go towards 5 below inland parts of Minnesota again here tonight, with 0 a common theme for many of the rest of us here as the night goes on. But again, by tomorrow afternoon, we go back towards 30 for a day or two. Warmer than normal conditions as a low pressure system makes its presence felt, or tries to. It's only a 20% chance for payoff. Getting felt right now out there, well, cooler conditions and a couple of snow showers still popping off. A little bit of lake effect going on from the head of the lakes through the South Shore. And in fact, for the snow belt especially, you could get a little more lake effect going on tonight and through tomorrow. But for many of the rest of us, our flurry chance for Wednesday and maybe into Thursday morning will come courtesy of this low pressure system riding down to the south of our area through Iowa, but its northern fringes reaching in that 20% chance for the light snows for our neck of the woods. Once we get towards the weekend, though, cooler high pressure comes back again, especially by Friday, and overnight lows, at least through the start of the weekend, could go back towards below 0 readings. tonight in Minnesota. Yeah, a few towns are going to go below 0, especially for the Iron Ranges, and even towards Aiken, 0 to 3 above for the rest of us. Heat wave. All right, Wisconsin, Michigan, 0 to 2 below there. South Shore Lake effect is still possible. And then for tomorrow, with that low undercutting our region, Wisconsin, Michigan gets a 20% flurry chance with highs back up towards 30. Minnesota highs will run about 29 to 33 with that 20% flurry chance for all zones as well. And then that in turn starts to go away on Thursday. By Friday, we get some sunshine and the cold returns. 5 below for the low, 10 above for the high. But the way the sun has been so picky and selective and showing itself around here lately, that should at least look beautiful, even if it is a little bit brisk. Then there's a 50% chance for light snow on Sunday, which might add up to an inch or 2.
Thanks, Dave. A Maryland boy will be honored during tomorrow's inauguration celebration for his inspiring work helping others. Throughout the pandemic, this second grader has been delivering supplies and building mobile pantries for communities in need. Now, in a high-profile new role, he will introduce musician Justin Timberlake during a primetime special.
I dream big.
2 months ago, we got a little taste of the magnanimous 8-year-old Kavanaugh Bell.
It's Operation Magic.
The young Maryland boy who was once bullied in preschool is on a mission to help others. He's organized and gathered truckloads of supplies for communities in need and now builds mobile pantries.
You inspire me.
His work even got the attention of Kamala Harris, and now his next stop is the inauguration.
It's fun being a part of the inauguration. It's very big, and I haven't ever been able to be a part of something with the president.
So did you all of a sudden get a phone call last week, like ring, ring, all right, we want you to be involved? How did this happen?
My mom just told me that I'm doing something for the inauguration, and I was too excited that I didn't ask. I really want to inspire both sides.
You want bipartisan support then, huh?
Yeah.
How'd you get so wise?
Well, I think it would be from my mom. She's very smart, and my dad, he's a hard worker. No, I'm a hard worker.
So it's a family thing, huh?
Yeah, it's a family thing.
Could you give me a little preview of what you might be saying that day?
It goes a little something like this. I inspire others to change the world. Because the pandemic left so many in need, I decided to make care packs to help elderly people in my community. And that's all I can tell you.
We'll just have to wait to hear more. Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today we're featuring 2 furry friends from Precious Paws Humane Society in Chisholm. Meet Martha and Ruby. They are 2 peas in a pod and need to be adopted together. Our friends at Precious Paws tell us Martha and Ruby are friendly and loving dogs. Martha is a 4-year-old Brindle Lab mix and Ruby is a 2-year-old Terrier mix. They are very energetic and would like someone who is willing to take them for nice long walks, and they also love to play fetch. They are playful and enjoy attention from people around them, and they lived with a cat, so they would be fine with feline siblings. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt this dynamic duo, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, leaning toward litigation. That's the message to the MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell after comments he made about fraud in the election.
Now at Home Sleep Express, you can test and buy a famous Purple mattress and finance it free for 4 years. Purple's patented science makes for cooler and more comfortable sleep. Get free delivery, setup, and a 120-day guarantee. The famous Purple mattress, now at Home Sleep Express.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get a $5,500 cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
We are excited to announce that our newest luxury apartment building, The View at Bluestone, is now leasing for 2021. Lease with us and you'll enjoy amazing amenities like a hot tub, pool, fitness center, pet spa, parking garage, and so much more.
I am most excited about the view that I get to look at
Canal Park and see Duluth and the lift bridge. I get to look over Lake Superior.
New year, new home, new view. Schedule a tour at viewatbluestone.com.
DBS, your all things basement-y company. Does your home have uneven or sloping floors? How about cracked drywall, stair-stepping cracks, or bowed basement walls? You may have a problem with your foundation. Call the specialists at DBS. They thoroughly inspect your property and provide a permanent solution to your foundation problem. We offer a fully transferable warranty, unmatched in our area. Contact DBS, your all things basement-y company, for a free, no-obligation estimate. Call or visit us online. DBS, helping your family have a healthy, safe, and comfortable home.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. Plus, subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the Line 3 resistance camp that has popped up in Cloquet.
A little lake effect popped up for some towns today. Tomorrow, a different system could bring a little more.
Tonight at 6 on Live Local CBS3.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on Live Local CBS3. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association.
Strong, enduring, and timeless. Stickley, America's premium solid wood furniture, handcrafted by experienced artisans. Right now, save 35% on the Walnut Grove collection. The Stickley Winter Sale at Home Furniture.
Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city. The My Pillow guy could be facing a defamation lawsuit. Lawyers for Dominion Voting Systems sent a letter to Mike Lindell warning litigation is imminent. The company is demanding he stop claiming Dominion's voting machines were manipulated to change votes from Trump to Biden or delete votes for Trump. Dominion says there's no evidence of any of it. Several people in Trump's orbit have received the same letter. Lindell says he welcomes a lawsuit. Because of Lindell's continued election fraud claims, several major retailers are dropping his product. In an interview with our sister station, WCCO, Lindell confirmed Bed Bath & Beyond, Kohl's, H-E-B stores, and Wayfair are among the retailers that will stop selling his My Pillow products.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the breaking news. National Guard members pulled off duty for ties to right-wing militias, as the FBI warns members of QAnon may pose as troops to foil the inauguration. The new security threats tonight. Plus, the president-elect lands in Washington on the eve of his inauguration and makes his first act to pay tribute to the now 400,000 COVID victims. And a little girl's big heart earns her a spot at the inaugural celebration. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
Play It Again Sports in Duluth is the only location north of the Twin Cities where you can get a free CCM skate foot scan. Find the right skates the first time with this precise measurement. Play It Again Sports has skates and equipment for any skater. Stop in today.
Local news and local weather here on CBS3. Everything that happens on a day-to-day basis in terms of news, no matter what happens in news, weather is always constant. Weather is always changing as well. So it's still an important role as the meteorologist to kind of still stay grounded and to kind of just know that role and what to take and kind of just make sure you're delivering what's the most important for your viewers. But then also I like to touch base on the national things. All of those news stories also tie in with weather stories because they do go kind of hand in hand.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19, and at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain.
It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
You can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
All of us
Can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains. Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at the city of Duluth on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and we'll see what's coming up tonight at 6. In less than 24 hours, President-elect Biden will become President Biden. He's set to be sworn in tomorrow after what has been a tense election cycle. Meanwhile, in his last full day at the White House, President Trump is expected to issue as many as 100 pardons and commutations. And tonight at 6, as many Minnesotans anxiously wait to make an appointment to get a vaccine, the system became overwhelmed. We'll have more on that at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6.